Good morning. Welcome to the All God's channel. Okay, there we go. Good morning and welcome to the All God's channel. My name is E, and this is one of my channels. I have various channels on YouTube, but this channel is dedicated to God. So today we will be talking about God. One of my goals is to read the Bible, and I have the devotional Bible here, if you can see it. And this devotional Bible is for women, so it relates the biblical readings to today's life and kind of help women cope with the everyday life and demands of being a woman and how to apply that to how God wants you to live your life. So, I am in Deuteronomy. As you can see, the Old Testament is very big. There's a big portion of the Bible that's the Old Testament. Then there's like very few pages in the back that is the New Testament. I will be glad when I get to the New Testament. But the Old Testament seems very cutthroat, like God was not playing back then. He was like demanding people and wanting respect from people, and if they weren't going to give it to him, then they had consequences. They were killed. So let's be certain right now. I believe in God, the God of all gods, Jesus Christ's father, Abraham's father, Jacob and Isaac's, God, their God, Abraham and Jacob and Isaac's God. That's who I believe in. I'm not going to change my choice. I'm not going to sway any type of way. I'm not downing other people's religions. I'm coming on here and I'm just believing in my God. And if people want to believe in the same type of God and they want to explore God, then they can be on here with me and do that. If they're having other gods and they still want to explore my God, they can be on here and do that. But I will not tolerate any disrespect toward my God. I will not tolerate any arguments, topics, things like that. All my purpose is to talk about God and not do that by myself, because it is a lonely journey when you are discovering God. You can be in a household full of people and you're the only one seeking out God to that extent, So I'm not putting any demands on anyone. Everyone should live their life how they're living it. I'm just doing this for myself and for God, and so that God can see that I'm doing something for Him besides always asking Him for things. Okay? So, as I said, my name is E. You do not need to know my full name. Once I become more comfortable, I will tell you my full name. But until now, as for now, I'm coming to God. I'm coming to you guys how I am right now. Okay. So, I talked about Deuteronomy. I will just read like one passage because I know the Bible is vast and I don't want to bore you guys. And I hate people just keep going on and on and on. So, I don't want to be one of those persons. So, this is basically talking about when Moses couldn't cross over because he broke the tablets that God had inscribed with the Ten Commandments. So, he couldn't cross over to the land that God had promised them. So he's giving people all of the rundowns of what they're supposed to do and what they're not supposed to do, because he's not going to be there anymore to tell them. So, let me see, witnesses. Okay, here goes something. Wait, did I change it? No, okay. Not there. There's some of these days, because every day you have a certain amount of pages to read, and I mean, some of the days is like, oh my goodness, this is so much to read, and it's kind of like, okay, that's why I'm glad I'm on here with you guys, okay? So, let's see, the song of my ragtime soul. Nope. Where'd it go? 1 second, guys. I think. Yeah, because it's talking about the tithes, it's talking about free servants, worship. So this is very old school, in which we're not like that anymore. Okay, it's talking about the festivals, tabernacles, judges, law and court. It's talking about offerings and priests and the Levites. If I do pronounce stuff wrong, it's because I really don't know how to say it. Okay, the prophets, talking about witnesses. So let's read the witness part, okay? So this is in Deuteronomy, what is it? Chapter 18, verse 15. It's talking about the witnesses. So it says, one witness is not enough to convict anyone accused of any crime or offense they may have committed. A matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If a malicious witness takes the stand to accuse someone of a crime, the 2 people involved in the dispute must stand in the presence of the Lord before the priest and the judges who are in office at the time. The judges must make a thorough investigation, and if the witness proves to be a liar, giving false testimony against a fellow Israelite, then to the false then to the false witness, as that witness intended to do to the other party, you must purge the evil from among you. The rest of the people will hear of this and will be afraid, and never again will such an evil thing be done among you. Show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, and foot for foot. So basically, God's saying, do not lie on people. Okay? Have you ever had someone lie on you? Have you ever felt that feeling that it felt, to know that you had to prove yourself and that people didn't believe you anyways? So it's a messed up feeling, and it's not cool, and God really doesn't condone it, and he talks about that. Do not give false testimony against your neighbor. Now, this is in Deuteronomy, and before Deuteronomy, this was Numbers, and before that, it was, what was this? Leviticus, and before that, it was Exodus and Genesis. Okay? So all those. But God's saying he doesn't like people to give false testimony against people. Now, I have to look at myself and say, damn, have I done that before? I'll assume stuff about somebody and say something about somebody, like, for instance, seeing a neighbor and she's so loose with it, to where you're wondering, like, is she, or the couple so loose with it, where he's bonding more with you and she's bonding more with your husband, and you're looking like, are they swingers? But to actually say that and not know that is wrong, giving false testimony, and I apologize, God, for doing that. But you happen to wonder sometimes, because I was raised in a household with women, and the women kind of cling usually to each other when you're in a setting, a party setting, and the men cling to each other, unless people are single and mingling and they're not married. But other than that, it's kind of weird to me. So sometimes we don't understand things about others, and we make assumptions about others, and we even go so far as to spread those lies around about others without truly even knowing that about someone. So I want to say I've done it before, okay? And I apologize. So guys, I'm not going to keep you. It's 8 minutes, and I don't know why I have this long thing, but I didn't have anything planned today, and that's why it's like that. But I will just be like this. So you guys, the purpose and the message of today is, do not give false witness against someone. Back in the day, you would have been stoned. You would have been, whatever you done to someone, you would have had that done to you 10 times by everybody in the community coming at you, because there's no supposed to be no evil at all within that community, and they don't want to get the wrath of God. God was killing people, and he was giving them plagues and all types of stuff, like, just on the spot, because they would go against something that Moses said. Moses would say, God said this and this, and they'd be like, well, how is this going to happen? And then next thing you know, booyah. He's like, oh, you don't believe me? Okay, I'm going to strike you down. You're going to have this bumps all over your body. You're going to be dying, and also everybody's dying. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. So things happen, and I realize, too, is that a lot of times people take things for granted, such as the world. And the next thing you know, when it's crashing down, everyone's going to go to God. I've done it, too. I'm not going to lie. So I'm just trying to do my part now and read this Bible and be a good person. This is Sunday. It's July 26th, and it's from 2015. And every Sunday I will be appearing to you, video casting about God. Okay? Trying to keep my day holy for God on Sunday. Okay? I love you guys. I don't know you, but I do love you. I wish the world can get along. I wish everybody was in a peaceful mode. I wish everybody didn't have to struggle so much. I wish everybody just had a good life and was accepted for who they were, And I love you guys. Have a good one. God bless. Peace or God. Bye.